Illmortals is basically the Chinese democracy of nu metal at this point. For those unaware, Illmortals is supposed to be the upcoming double EP from legendary Latin metal and nu metal outfit Ill Nino. For those that have been living under a rock, allow me to catch you up to speed. Back in 2019, Ill Nino parted ways with longtime members Christian, Aru, and Diego. They were then replaced with Marcus Leal of Shattered Sun and Now Swim the Current, Jess de Hoyos of Sons of Texas, and Salvador Dominguez of Upon a Burning Body. Once this lineup was established, they quickly started working on new music and went on a few tours, and they released a total of 6 singles between the years of 2019 and 2024. In 2022, the band announced that they're working on a new record called Illmortals. The record was scheduled to release on May 6th of that same year. And on May 6th, the band released not a record, but a single entitled This Is Over. Illmortals got delayed, and June 10th was announced as the new release date. On September 29th, 2021, the band themselves posted that they were putting the finishing touches on Illmortals. To me, that signifies that the record is not quite done, but it's maybe like 90% there. But then on June 1st, 2023, Marcus posted this, saying that vocals for the new Ill Nino record were officially complete. Which is kind of weird in retrospect now, because 2 years ago in 2021, the band was saying that they were putting the final touches on the record, which I assume means that all the instruments were recorded, vocals included. So, weird. And then on May 31st, 2024, we finally got a glimmer of hope because the band posted song previews on their official YouTube channel, which is still up. You could listen to them right now. And now you're probably wondering, what do they mean by Volume 1 and 2 exactly? Somewhere in between all the delays, I can't remember exactly where off the top of my head, the band announced that the record would be split into 2 EPs as a way to kind of get the record out faster from what I remember. And if you've stuck around so far, here is the kicker. On September 25th, 2024, the band announced that Ill Nino and Marcus Leal had officially parted ways, but both EPs, Illmortals Volume 1 and 2, would be released before the end of 2024, and the EP would include Marcus's vocals plus some well-known surprise vocalists. And as of the recording of this video, it is January 2025, and we still don't have this thing. But just the other day, Marcus himself took to Facebook to express his frustrations with the delays of the record. And if you want to read his statement in full, this is part 1. Go ahead and pause it right now. This is part 2 right over here. And finally, this is part 3. According to Marcus's post, he says, as it sits right now, the record is still unmixed and unmastered, still lacking critical contributions from the OG members who just never played on it. So apparently, Marcus Leal, Mark Rizzo, and their producer are the only ones that played on this record thus far. Honorable mention to Miggy Sanchez, who sang on a few songs with Marcus that were unfortunately removed from the record. And in this section, he says that there are no production issues, there's no issues with any kind of label or anything of the sort because the band is independent, which is very, very true. And apparently, there's no other well-known vocalists recording vocals on any of the songs that Marcus or the producer wrote for the band. He also says there's no reason for the record to be sitting there untouched while people paid pre-order money and have been waiting for it. Also very true. It is worth mentioning that Marcus has since edited the post because it has been confirmed that all of the pre-orders have been refunded according to Godsize/Art of War Records, who handled the pre-orders completely. But at the same time, you could still pre-order both EPs on Spotify, Apple Music, etc. You just can't pre-order it physically anymore. But now I really want to focus on this last paragraph right here because this is essentially the meat and potatoes of this entire post, in my opinion. Marcus says, it likely will never come out with all the scrutiny and empty promises that have come with it. Now I'm out of the equation, what purpose does the record really serve? You won't ever hear these songs live, there will be no more music videos or any kind of true support behind them. Now, I totally get where Marcus is coming from in that sense because both Marcus and Mark Rizzo are not in the band anymore, and judging by how toxic Ill Nino clearly seems to be, I'm pretty sure the remaining members of the band would not want to put out a record with ex-members on it. It is also worth mentioning that guitarist Jess de Hoyos has recently released a statement on Facebook as well, but this video is long enough as it is, so I think I'm going to have to make a part 2 pretty soon. But what do y'all think about Illmortals? Is it truly the Chinese democracy of nu metal? please let me know in the comments, and be on the lookout for part 2 where we talk about Jess's statement.